Daquan on last stock, and I think I haven't told Daquan this yet either because we used to fight each other like every week, so I was keeping it to myself because I was trying to like see if it could work. And last time we fought, I did win because of this. He struggles sometimes on last stock scenario because he wants you to approach him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he gets a little obvious on his approach game, he has to learn to. He just basically has to adjust around that. The predictions all went to Sice, so there's gonna be no points that go out on that. Neutral points. This one though, I'm super excited to see this because the last time these two fought, it did go to Twilight. Of course, that was when he was playing Stripe, but that was also the same week that Twilight was on an absolute tear through everyone. And I mean everyone when he got second place 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
he's definitely be good though.
Yeah, honestly, the way Twilight's been playing against today too, it feels very similar to that same fashion. However, it feels like Sice has woken back up, so I'm not. I think this one should go game 3. To be honest.
But Harley does put a lot of pressure in too, so.
Daquan has S-tier mentality. Yeah, 100%. It's usually only when things don't work that he's upset. But, like, he's always smiling, always happy, always having a good time here. So, always appreciate Daquan. He's been around since, like, the very beginning. And glad that Sice told him about this. And now Sice and Twilight, these two have kind of been fighting for, like, who's that tier right behind the best, and Sice putting on a good showcase of why he wants to prove to people. Again, don't sleep on me, like with another early one.
Yeah, that uppercut, you got to respect it.
Especially as Harley, it doesn't matter what stage you're on. Harley's going to die to that.
Yeah.
Like, so I think like for Twilight, you know, sometimes you're inclined to want to go to the Sky Arena no plats. But not in this matchup because Sice can absolutely abuse it too, and it's just even if you're giving yourself a little bit more weight, you're giving Shaggy a little bit more weight, and I think at this point it's like, look, just go for the lower blast zones, keep the game even in that regard because you're already dying early anyways. Try and do the same thing. Sice on some good defense right now, though, Fady Crow. He's actually the first person I've seen all night who's been able to kind of check Twilight's approach, but he did get punished for that one. Reversal up special will take it.
Yeah, that pressure again.
Yeah, short hop air-to-air game with Harley, not fun. Trying to avoid getting hit by Sayers and then taking 50 for it is so stressful. But you know, luckily for Twilight, they were on a tactic, so they didn't really lead to too much. And Sice is holding this lead well. He has Twilight at knockout windows. There won't be enough just yet. I thought it might have been, but that was some good KBI. I don't even know if Twilight plays Tag trigonometry or not. I haven't paid attention to it, but it feels like it the way that Twilight is living.
But yeah, Twilight could definitely bring this back because, you know, Harley's actually got some good up airs too as well.
Yeah, up airs, up special strings. And of course, you know, just being able to snipe out like an early down special. Oof. That is one of the few moves that exists in this game, by the way, that can challenge that up special straight on. That neutral special with Rage is such a good button that all the Shaggies, not just some anymore, all of them are starting to use more often now. Also, good knowledge, by the way, on Sice, knowing that Sair to Nair where it hit wasn't true. Because, like, if it depends on if you get ground bounced or not. If you don't get ground bounced, it's not true. If you just get hit by the Sair by itself, you could jump out of that. Yeah, but also you get panicky in those positions sometimes, and the Harleys will read it and double jump at you when you jump away and hit you with up special. So it's a mix-up. I can't believe that missed, by the way.
That was a good dodge. Real good dodge.
Incredibly close to getting the knockout off the top of that up air. Oh, wow, he exploded. That up special literally ripped Shaggy from the screen. Uncle Shags is, luckily he's got good health insurance, so at least he's going to be able to pay for that damage. But this is knockout windows again for Twilight. Twilight's got to be very careful about how they approach. Well, after what I saw earlier against Retro, I literally will never count Twilight out of a game ever. They were able to force that game 3 against Retro earlier and almost won. So I still feel like Twilight's kind of figured things out. That's a good slow that applied, though.
It's slow, yep.
They need to use that more often. There's a good dare, though. That's going to go ahead and get game number 1. Twilight, I think the biggest thing that might be getting the Twilight here is that this is one of the few times I've ever seen someone actually beat Harley's recovery. Most of the time, you usually don't beat Harley except unless she's on stage.
I actually don't see a lot of Shaggies utilize the slow as much.
No, they kind of stopped using it, and I don't know why. It's so good because the thing is they always want to continue to combo. But if you put them on a slow at knockout percentages, now they're going to freak out. And also sometimes on lower percentages, if you have them, like, say you have enough to send them far enough away, right? And you want to get rage. They're not going to get in on you quickly enough because they got the slow. So you can rush to the other side after the combo and try to set up rage and either A, bait them if they do get close enough with a punish, or B, get a free rage. So it kind of surprises me they don't use it more often. But it's mostly just because they all hold forward and they don't want to swing. Let's just be real. Shaggy's got a one-track mind, and it works because the character is just so dangerous up close. As he almost makes an attempt, if that first up air connected, or the second hit, that up air connected, that would have been it. Look at this. Like, he was stuck in that for so long, he almost got the stock out of that.
That's crazy.
Slow's a good button.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Don't use it. Yeah, less of y'all use it. I like that idea. Oh no. How did that even happen? Somebody literally had to hold pause for that. What? I mean, it's a local, so we're just going to reset it. I mean, we're not going to take stocks on that. It's literally an offline local, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But I have it literally, like, take 2 stocks. Bugsy, you are a menace. Well, I was talking about how people don't prey on each other's downfall earlier. Bugsy is preying on all of our downfalls. That's crazy. But right now, very close game. 80 to 122. If you catch one good mistake, one good anti-air, you can get rid of Sice. But you're in good patience and still got punished for it. He's getting so much better. Like, that's part of why I've been losing to Sice more too, is that his patience on ledge has been improving every single week. And he's doing it against one of the most difficult to hit characters on the ledge consistently. It's not like it's a mistake. He's doing it more than once. And that's a huge thing you need in this matchup.
Yeah, he's even got pretty good spacing as well, too. He knows when to approach at the right times.
That is a mentality destroyer. That getting dared at that position now as hard. This is like, you know, Harley's really good, but like this is where Harley is at her weakest. When she's forced to always have to approach you all the time, and you could kind of just bait it out. Yeah, he almost got the kill at like 40. So Sice was really close to a 3-stock. It looks like Twilight might be falling 2-0 here. Gonna get another. I mean, it would be another Final Four finish. It's been pretty consistent so far on Twilight, but starting to get actually getting some really good openers here. It's been a little bit since Sice actually won neutral.
Oh wow!
Wait a minute, Twilight. Wait a minute. Twilight's going up. Twilight went off. Oh my God! So don't count Twilight out just yet. That's actually crazy. How do you mentally come back from that? That was so good. Now we have an even game here. Of course, 68 damage applied to Harley. 55. Now it completely even game, Faded Crow.
Yeah. Completely turned it around there.
You are absurdly good. You are so broken. How in the world? How did you come back from that? Literally how? That is some absurd mentality. Now, I will say this. Earlier today, when I was fighting against Sice, there was a point in time where I was down pretty far game 2, and I started running it back, made a mistake, cost me the game, right? But I noticed that Sice, sometimes when he's playing with like a big lead, gets a little bit too comfortable. And that might have been part of what happened there. Because like Twilight went on an overly aggressive pattern that wasn't happening prior to that moment, and he just could not back them off. So now we get a game 3 and what I assumed was going to be like a clean 2-0.
I didn't even think he was going to turn around like that. That's I kind of agree, though. He probably did get a little too comfortable there at the end.
I like, you can't get too comfy in these positions because people will start overwhelming you, and it's just absolutely absurd. But this is pretty crazy on how the two of them have been kind of going back and forth when Sice had such a good lead.
Yeah, they definitely are trading here.
Ooh, that's not going to be enough. That was pretty close. Like I said, uppercut by itself with Harley's weight can just knock her out outright on accident sometimes. But I mean, as we saw before, you know, Twilight, it can do basically the same thing. That's not the first time today where Twilight had an incredibly good chase all the way up to the skies. And I also kind of like the fact that it feels like they're not willing to go fight on the smaller stages. Because earlier today, when the comeback almost happened against Retro, it was on Tree Fort. That neutral attack is huge, though, but backed up by the sandwich. That was really good. And used the armor on the uppercut. The fact that Sandwich doesn't take away Rage is a little questionable sometimes,
Yeah.
but, like, it's in there, you use it, and that was so well executed by Sice to get back on.
But, I mean, he's got to use his zoning options if he can use it, you know?
It's very minimal. Like, Sice actually has been using less and less Sandwich as each week has progressed, as he goes to pick one up. But he usually is he's a pretty Sandwich-heavy Shaggy in terms of how he approaches, especially if he wants to trade off of people and just kind of break projectiles, or he'll use it again in this matchup to break the Jack in the Boxes. But
So
now,
he's more defensively.
yeah, now he's starting to take that away. I actually kind of like that idea by Bugsy, by the way. Rage mode being 15 seconds max. I feel like Rage mode all the time is a little bit too strong. It's kind of like the whole game changes when Shaggy's in Rage mode. Like you feel like you have to give him so much respect. So I think that a timer of 15 to 20 seconds tops would definitely make some sense. But for now, you know, this is the way he is. So we gotta learn to fight it. That uppercut won't be enough, but that did apply 5 stacks. So you already know what time it is. One mistake and you're gone.
Oh, wow.
He read that jump hard. He read that jump super hard because every time he's gone low, when Twilight went high that time, and he was able to put himself back up in the lead.
What does that kill at? Like,
That move, man, that move could kill you at 30. That move is ridiculous. But it's that was still plenty of damage on, of course. And now 150. Anders that up special again. He's catching Sice swinging out of disadvantage a ton, and we have Game 3 last stock situation.
Twilight's comeback game is something else.
I think that's the most important part about Twilight's growth over the past few weeks, is that Twilight actually refuses to just lose now. Because before, it was like, okay, I couldn't really finish the game, but Twilight doesn't really care when they're playing from behind. And this is that thing I was talking about before. Sice keeps trying to force a win. He keeps swinging out of disadvantage, and Twilight's kind of just been taking it like full advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Backed up by the Sandwich. Oh, got hit by the late hit of Sandwich, so does have the platform at least to reset. Reverse hit of Nair is going to send him deep off stage. It gets up special and takes it. And Twilight is going to get the dub and take out Sice. Sice had such a large lead in game number 2, where I thought this was easily going to be Sice's set for one moment there, and Twilight brought it all the way back.
Yeah, Twilight comeback game, like I said earlier, it's something else. When he's on that last stock, he just goes 100%.
Yeah, actually extremely impressive. I'm also glad that happened while Bugsy was here to watch, because man, Harley not looking